Okay, hello everybody, welcome to the latest edition of the CEO vlog for November. We've had a packed few weeks and we've also got a packed few weeks coming up until Christmas as well. So I'll start to try and define it by areas of the game and hopefully go through some work that we've got by areas of the game. And I want to start on sin bins and to try and dispel some myths that may have been created and formed about sin bins and their introduction for next season. So sin bins and temporary dismissals have been trialled over the last season and this season at a number of leagues across the country to see whether they improve the dissent of players. In those trials it's come out that the kind of behaviour of players towards officials and towards each other has fairly dramatically improved because of the risk of going into the sin bin for 10 minutes during the game. So the FA have decided that from next season, sin bins will be introduced broadly across the game. They will definitely be introduced in the male game from step 7 and below, and that's throughout youth as well, and tier 5 in the female game and below. There is the possibility that they'll be included higher up the male game. They might come in at step 5 and 6, but they'll definitely be in, we've had confirmation that they'll definitely be in at step 7, and as soon as we've received confirmation of whether they're coming in at step 5 or 6, then we'll communicate those out to the relevant leagues. Obviously the introduction of sin bins will mean an awful lot of training is required so that our referees and our clubs and our managers know how they will work on a match day. And we will be into the next year. We'll be conducting a series of training workshops throughout the county to introduce how sin bins can be managed, what the actual match day experience is of sin bins, to both leagues, clubs, and referees alike. News of that will come out towards the kind of start of next year. And that training programme will come out towards the end of the season in preparation for the 2019-20 season. So starting with facilities, you'll have seen on Twitter that the work has started on the Beccles 3G facility, which will be a fantastic asset to both Beccles and the local community. We hope that that will be finished by next spring, but certainly in time for next season. But it's not all 3G services that our facilities work centres on. We have a workshop coming up in conjunction with Ipswich Town for the groundsmen, looking at grass pitches, maintenance of grass pitches, how we ensure that they are kept as high quality as possible and that our teams play on the best surfaces possible. That's on the 7th of December, and news and information will go out to clubs and replies can come back to Jody. Coming up, you'll also see news of some really exciting pavilion and floodlight funding awards that a couple of clubs in Suffolk have been awarded from the Football Foundation. And if you have any facility builds, any facility development needs, there is Football Foundation support that can be available, and we can help you through that by contacting Jodie Allard in the office, who's our football development manager. To continue to help with facility development, we've got our Suffolk FA small grant scheme that is available until the 3rd of December, available for application. The information is on our website, and that application is really open. There's very few criteria of what you can apply for. So if you would require up to £500 to do some work at your club, the Suffolk FA small grant scheme is available. Please apply by the 3rd of December through our website. On to players. And we're looking to create new ways to introduce players to the game. And you'll see on our website there are 2 opportunities out at the moment. There's the opportunity to run a Wildcat Centre or apply to run a Wildcat Centre. We had a really successful Wildcats programme in Suffolk last year where we had 21 new centres across the county start and introduce 5 to 11-year-old girls to the game. And that opportunity to apply to be a Wildcat Centre is available again. It's available through our website. Please go on, have a look, and if you are interested in running a Wildcat Centre, then please do apply. Similarly, there's also for adult players an application available on our website to run a Just Play Centre. This is a relatively new programme, this is a relatively new session, and Just Play is exactly that. It's an opportunity to run a session where people just turn up, play a fairly recreational style of football. So if you are interested in that, please go onto the Suffolk FA website and apply to be a Just Play Centre or a Wildcat Centre. For our coaches, we've been holding a series of workshops based around the future and attacking player. We've been holding that in association with Jamie Godbold. He's our county coach developer, also the manager of Lowestoft Town. The next instalment of this workshop for our coaches will be held at Walsham on the 5th of December. Applications again up through our website. Please go on, have a look. The information is all on Twitter as well, so we look forward to seeing you there. And lastly for this month is a couple of requests from us. Firstly, it'd be really useful if clubs and leagues and teams could be diligent about keeping their whole game system records up to date. I know how much of a pain that can be, but it really helps us with all of our work if those whole game system records are kept up to date. And lastly is about safeguarding and about working with our players in our teams, in our clubs, and in our leagues to make sure that they have a voice, to be brave enough to ask them whether the experience that we're giving them is what they want, whether there's anything that could be improved in the league, whether there's anything that could be improved in the club. And be brave enough to ask our players. You will be surprised about how useful the information is that comes back. And that request should be of young players and old players alike. Everybody should be given the opportunity to feedback on the calibre and culture of the league and club experience. So please be brave enough to ask your players, and if you need any support with that, then come and ask us at Suffolk FA and we'll be happy to help. Otherwise, enjoy your football and we look forward to seeing you next month.